Donald Mustard has announced his retirement. The impact of Donald Mustard has been groundbreaking to the gaming industry, but he has now announced his retirement. After an incredible adventure, I will be retiring from my role as Chief Creative Officer at Epic Games this month. I have enjoyed nearly 25 years in the gaming industry, collaborating with some of the most talented people ever. I'm excited to spend time with my wife and family, and forever grateful for Tim Sweeney and the Epic Games family. Many fans have seen Donald as the father of the Fortnite storyline and lore, and those same people are convinced that Epic are now going to push aside the story and focus elsewhere. Many have been critical of the story's direction for quite a while, Epic not tying up loose ends. How long has his retirement been in motion? 1 month? 2 months? 3 months? Maybe even a year. What I've heard, that it's been relaxing his roles at Epic for quite a while, and this also seems to come from some other sources like Happy Power, because if anyone is serious about retirement, that's what you probably should do. Because say if you just one day, oh, I'm going to retire, and you go from working, I don't know, 60 hours a week to nothing, in 2 weeks time you could be like, well, this was a mistake, I'm a bit bored. So I guess they've been stripping back his roles and his commitments for some time. Normally, if you replace like a big person at a company as the size of Epic, you will have a period of grace where the new person comes in and you start to leave your role. Because if it's retirement, I feel like you will decrease your hours and let someone take some of your work for a while to know that you're really sure that retirement is right for you before deciding you want to retire. Because in that case, you can turn around and say, it's not for me at the moment, I like to continue to work. And some of his tweets now seem to be hinting at this, because he said this almost a year ago. Waking up today 5 years ago was surreal to say the least. We were feeling just how huge of an opportunity we had with Fortnite, and we had the chance to really push the boundaries of not just gaming, but all of our entertainment. So grateful for the journey and all of you. Which doesn't sound final, but it sounds like he's being really reflective of that period, so maybe he was thinking about it then. So let me know down in the comment section, what's your favourite Donald Mustard moment? Whether it be an event or a storyline moment. And guys, if you end up liking this video, remember to hit that like button and subscribe because we're on the road to 10k. Thank you very much. Let's go on with the rest of the video. So what about the storyline going forward? Well, it's always been Donald Mustard's blueprint even up to this point, but I'm pretty sure that blueprint will have revisions to the original work, and other people, other writers will have input and changes. I have seen some people even citing one of the reasons Donald Mustard had retired. He was mad about Singularity and Paradigm storyline being changed, and they were meant to be the same person and they're not anymore. And some people even go down to the narrative of saying Donald Mustard left because Brie Larson becoming Paradigm and Paradigm not being Singularity. And that was a narrative, and that is the narrative that some people are pushing. But Donald Mustard went above and beyond to promote the fact that Brie Larson would be Paradigm. So after Collision, many people weren't convinced that Brie Larson's voice was used for Paradigm. I remember making videos and voice line videos saying that Brie Larson was Paradigm, and people saying, no, it sounds nothing like her. And I'm saying, it is, okay? He continued to tease the fact up to the point that the reveal eventually happened for the Paradise season, and we see Brie Larson unmaster the Paradigm. But listen to this, Donald Mustard said, the first time I watched this movie, I was like, this is pretty much the best song ever. And also, I have to work with her someday. And it seems like that came true. He worked with her as Paradigm. Maybe Donald didn't realise how big the game would get, and the actors and the people he could pull and use. The Russo brothers, Brie Larson, The Rock, Troy as the voice of John Jones, one of the biggest voice actors in the gaming industry. So maybe things did change. But it seems like Donald Mustard was very for this change. If he was completely against it, you just wouldn't publicise it. You'd be like, yeah, someone else can do this. I'm completely against it. Now I feel like it would be against my interest to promote this. As well as these tweets, there's also this video a day before the new Paradise season.
I'm on the most amazing mountain bike ride this morning. Look at this. That's why I love Utah so much in the fall. It's incredible. Man, I'm like on my ride. I'm listening to Brie Larson's version of Black Sheep from Metric. It's incredible, from Scott Pilgrim. And just so excited. Football's back on tomorrow. It's a new season of Fortnite, Paradise. It's gonna be incredible. And man, I just love the fall. I love being on my dope bike and riding these amazing trails. I hope everyone's having an awesome weekend, and see you tomorrow.
So this whole narrative being driven that he was annoyed by this change is absolutely bonkers. And I'm pretty sure we will still get the odd Donald Mustard tweet. He will still listen to people at Epic, and Epic will feed him information that, oh, we're doing this part of your blueprint and this is how we're going to do it. How do you want to tease it? I'm pretty sure he will still have some involvement going forward. By involvement, I mean like the odd tweet or the odd day event. I would like to think that's a possibility anyway. And no matter what, Donald Mustard will still have a voice. And I'm sure people that still work for Epic will still want to hear what he has to say. So Donald Mustard is 47. Did he really use the love he had with Fortnite? I think not, because he did tweet this only back a few months ago, that Fortnite is never ending. This was back in December 2022. Fortnite would never be finished. The whole idea is that it's a living, breathing place. And if that's the case, Donald Mustard will never really see his end vision for Fortnite. So then he really has to look at himself and go, when is the right time to leave? Because if I'm right, it will never be the right time to leave. With that mentality, he really could work until it's the end. So he's decided family over work. So he's obviously made a decision, you know, I've got the financial backing that I can retire at 47 and not have an issue, and he's decided to do that, which you can't fault. Yeah, it's been emotional. I know Donald Mustard has done some amazing things, but are we giving him far too much credit? I mean, there is thousands of people that work for Epic and is working on Fortnite at this current point in time. So let me clarify, I am not diminishing Donald Mustard's effort in the Fortnite storyline and how it's gone creatively over these 5 years, but there have been other people behind the scenes that have had as much effort into Fortnite as well. To say it's just going to collapse is a bit of an over-exaggeration. I'm sort of person that replaces Donald Mustard, and the team that is in place that is focusing on the creative aspects of Fortnite and how the seasons play out and the storyline are very experienced and knowledgeable and very visionary people with some very imaginative ideas, so I think we should be fine. So it's interesting that Donald Mustard has announced this a couple months before the Chapter 4 end event. I do believe that is very intentional, so the Chapter 4 end event can be either perceived to be Donald Mustard's swan song or beginning of the new era, if people are also presuming, and from what I heard, that Donald Mustard hasn't had very much to do with the storyline for maybe the last couple of months, even up to Chapter 3 Season 2, which maybe people are speculating. So Epic can perceive to kick this era off with a good high if the Chapter 4 end event is good and not like Paradise. Because it may be the case that Donald hasn't been involved for a while, but many will presume that he would have just retired now. So everything going on this point will be seen as not being Donald Mustard, but being perceived to be the new era of Fortnite. To get this off with a bang, because as I said, perception and momentum is very important to drive a good narrative for the new writing team, even though I would argue it's probably just the same one apart from Donald Mustard. But guys, leave a like on this video if you did enjoy it, and subscribe to your YouTube channel. We're on the road to 10k, and this may be terrible timing, but if you want to watch the downfall of Donald Mustard, I know, watch this video. It's been your boy, Mr. J.R. White. Next time, bye bye.